is my little twin. When I was little, this is how I looked.
Why is my neck so long?
You said, why is your neck so long?
Yeah.
I don't know, you haven't grown into it.
What do you get if you cross a cat with a parrot? A carrot. That's not that funny.
You ever wonder what it's like to grow up under a spotlight? To have every move, every smile, every mistake observed by millions? What happens when that pressure cracks the glass and secrets spill out? At just 22 years old, Riley Burruss has dropped something shocking, and the world is listening. She's made headlines overnight.
Focus on me and what I got going on. That's where I'm at right now, because I'm like, time shows improve, honey. Time shows improve.
Riley, daughter of Grammy legend and reality TV star Kandi Burruss, has walked into a minefield. She's revealed things people only whispered behind closed doors. Things about their family, their struggles, the hidden pains beneath the glam. But this isn't just another shade-throwing moment. It's deeper, it's raw, and what she's saying now could change everything. Tonight, I want to take you behind the scenes, to the sweet childhood, the fractures that developed quietly, the moment Riley decided enough was enough. Because what she's revealed isn't just gossip. It's a mirror, a reflection of what it's like to be the child of someone everyone knows, yet feel unseen in your own life. So buckle up. This is a story of love and betrayal, of identity and heartbreak, of a daughter trying to claim her own voice in someone else's shadow.
Well, okay, so everybody knows that this year, they took like a few extra months between the season to figure out what they wanted to do with the cast.
How long do they normally take to tell? So this is the announcement of the cast, right?
Right.
Okay.
Normally, after we finish the reunion, people get their letters to know, that they're gonna pick up and go to the next season or not, right? But they were like, oh, well, we gotta figure some things out. And so during that time, people know I work all the time anyway. Right. But, I started to have some other movie opportunities, a lot of other things that were happening that I can't even talk about. And I was just like excited about being able to spend more time with my family, but working and not being stressed and having to argue and go back and forth with people.
Because once the truth is out, there's no going back. When Riley was born, her mom was already on a rise. Kandi Burruss, songwriter, singer, entrepreneur, had earned her stripes in music. Her name was known, her talent undeniable, and yet, when she became a mother, she made it clear, Riley would always come first. That was the promise. In those early years, cameras were rare in the house. There were bedtime stories, mother-daughter lullabies, whispered encouragements. Riley wasn't launched into a media spectacle. She was held, loved, protected. But even then, there were pressures. Kandi was juggling studio sessions, record deals, tour, and a new life as a mom. Her ambition sometimes felt like a whisper in the walls, something Riley sensed but didn't always see. As Riley grew, so did the lens on their lives. Reality TV added a new layer. Fans wanted access, and that meant personal moments opened up to the public. Birthdays, fights, tears, things that were once private became content. Riley entered adolescence in the glow of flashing lights. When she was 10, she was already more familiar to fans than many adults watching her.
And you think about how much she not only went through on the show, but brought to the show. When she came on, she was with AJ. He, between filming her first season and shooting the reunion, she lost him. Mama Joyce was disapproving of AJ in her first season. This was season 2 of Atlanta. It was Kandi's first season. She also, in those early seasons, did the music and wrote Tardy for the Party, which has become, canon. I mean, it's just iconic to the moment.
That kind of exposure builds character, but also secrets. As the eyes multiply, the spaces to hide shrink. Riley watched her mother carry expectations, carry criticism, carry success. She knew what it meant to be Kandi's daughter. The weight of the mother's legacy rested on her silhouette. In interviews, Riley always spoke respectfully, with gratitude for the doors her mother opened. She praised Kandi's work ethic, thanked her for guidance, acknowledged that sometimes schedules got in the way. But behind that gratitude was a yearning for space, for identity, for her own story. And so the tension built slowly. Little cracks formed in the polished image. A name here, a remark there, a sigh caught on camera. Fans noticed more guarded body language. Moments of hesitation. They speculated. They whispered. But Riley kept smiling, kept performing, kept showing up. Then came the turning point. She enrolled at New York University. She changed her major. She started posting things. Small comments, subtle references to pressure, to feeling unseen. Eyes turned. Questions emerged. What was she holding back? What was she hiding? That's when Riley decided she needed a reckoning. She needed to breathe, to spill, to finally say what was lodged in her heart all along. What nobody expected was how raw the revelations would be. Riley didn't just hint. She opened a door, peeled the lid off. She talked about nights she felt alone, times when her mother's schedule left her in limbo, moments when support felt conditional, and the scariest one, times when she felt like the world knew her more than her own mom did. She dropped comments about loyalty, about trust, about being gaslit, where her feelings were dismissed, invalidated. She said she felt like a supporting role, a side character in her own life. That was how not just fans, but close family, saw her, not as the daughter with her own dreams, but as an extension of Kandi's brand. She recalled fights that never aired on television, arguments behind closed doors. She named moments when her heart opened only to be told she was dramatic, that she was overreacting, that she didn't understand. She spoke about financial decisions, about secrets kept in contracts, about control behind the scenes. Things many might call speculative, but Riley spoke like she had lived them. And then she dropped what many consider the bomb. The idea that the narrative Kandi has controlled for years sometimes erased Riley's truths, that parts of her life were edited out of view, that the version of family fans saw was polished, cleaned up, while under the surface, things were messy.
On the red carpet for the Grammys, and you announced that you were leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I wasn't sure how I was gonna tell people at the time, right?
Right.
And but it was kind of like boiling inside of me. So my friend, she asked me on the red carpet, and I was like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, girl. I'm not going back. Oh, I feel like that was the best way because it was my way, and they let me leave on my own terms. And it made it so I couldn't change my mind. When Andy called me, he was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And I was like, well, I guess I don't know how I feel about it either.
Yeah.
At first I was fine until he called.
he said.
And then he started saying all these things about what he was gonna miss and how much he loved, our relationship. And he had me kind of teary-eyed on the phone, to be honest. And it made me feel like, wow, I'm glad we have this relationship. And I didn't leave on a bad note. We still have that relationship. I still support him. I feel like we have a friendship.
Raw, real. But here's the twist. Riley didn't do it to discredit her mother. She said she did it to heal herself, to reclaim, to be seen, to be heard. The shock wasn't in the scandal. The shock was in the pain. Public reaction was explosive. The media pounced. Social media lit up. People rushed to take sides. Some defended Riley, saying every child has a right to speak. Others came to Kandi's side, accusing Riley of betrayal, of airing dirty laundry for attention. The familiar chorus of celebrity culture lit up again. What followed were interviews, statements, backpedals, attempts at clarification, apologies, disavowals. But Riley didn't retreat. She stayed in the storm. She posted a reading list. She shared tears. Fans saw vulnerability they hadn't seen before. They saw a daughter fighting for her identity against a powerful icon. Drama built in layers. Allegations were made, sometimes vague, sometimes pointed. People speculated. Was she manipulated? Was she hurt? Was this all part of a PR buildup? Was it real? The more the world dug, the more contradictions emerged. Some sources said Riley had support behind the scenes. Others claimed she was silenced repeatedly. Some narratives painted Kandi as a protective mother, unwilling to let her daughter break away. Others painted her as controlling. Through all that, Riley's voice remained. She clarified. She didn't want to vilify. She wanted to illustrate. She wanted conversations. She urged empathy. She asked listeners to imagine being the child whose only outlet is the public eye, who must choose between respect and authenticity. Slowly, alliances shifted. Some fans softened toward Riley. Some began to question their own loyalty to Kandi's narrative. Some saw shades of themselves, a child trying to break free from a parent's shadow. Others held fast, saying this was disloyal. And amidst all that noise, through tears, through backlash, through support, Riley kept walking her own path. She enrolled in counseling. She surrounded herself with people who would listen. She reworked her statements. She reclaimed her identity not through outrage, but through voice. I want you to imagine, for a moment, being Riley, feeling that tension between gratitude and grievance, between love and hurt, between loyalty and the need to break free. This whole storm affected more than just her social media. It shook her sense of self. It rattled her relationships with siblings, with friends, with people who'd watched her since birth. Trust became a battlefield. Who could she lean on? Who would hold her without judgment? Her mother, too, was forced to reckon, not just as a public figure, but as a woman, as a parent, as someone whose choices affected someone she loved deeply. Kandi's image as the strong matriarch cracked, and fans glimpsed vulnerabilities she rarely shared. Statements had to be made, explanations given, but words are fragile in storms like this. In her career, the fallout was swift. Endorsements paused, reality show storylines shifted, producers wary, publicists cautious. Every move was scrutinized now. Riley's name was no longer just daughter of, it was its own headline. That can break someone. It can lift someone. Relationships were strained. People who loved her questioned her motives. People who feared backlash stepped back. Some reached out quietly. Others sent statements in public. Through it all, Riley felt what many in celebrity families feel, exposed, that people saw her pain, but felt entitled to pick at it. And yet, she persevered. She held tight to her truth. She accepted there would be fallout. She accepted that not all would understand. She accepted that healing is messy. This is the cost of breaking silence. This is the price of owning your voice when you've spent your whole life echoing someone else's. In the quiet that follows, what remains? A daughter no longer silent, a family altered, a reputation forever changed, but most of all, a young woman starting to claim her story. As you watch Riley's journey unfold, know this: betrayal isn't always the act of someone turning against you. Sometimes it's when the person you love tries to silence your truth. Sometimes it's watching your own voice fade beneath someone else's story. We see people like Kandi, powerful, polished, successful. We forget that behind every bright facade lies unseen battles. We forget that children of these icons carry dreams, wounds, and questions too. Riley's revelations didn't just spill secrets. They cracked open the narrative. They asked us, whose voice matters? Who gets to tell the story? What do we owe our families? And what do we owe ourselves? So here's where we are now. Riley at 22, standing in public eye, choosing to be seen, starting anew, asking forgiveness, seeking grace, demanding respect, even as the world watches. If this is just the beginning, I know I'll be here, listening, because this kind of truth, this kind of reckoning, is never just entertainment. It's human, it's messy, it hurts, it heals. Let me know what you think. Was Riley brave or reckless? Is truth always worth the fallout, even with family? If you want to dive deeper into interviews, reactions, timeline breakdowns, tell me, because this story ain't done yet.